Hello and welcome to Balanced Existence. I am coming on with a tarot reading for this beautiful spiritual and maybe some of you are twin flame collective. And right away, we're starting off with the Three of Wands, followed by the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands and Page of Pentacles. So this message was so apparent to me as soon as I pulled these cards, which is this concept, and I'm getting chills channeling into this concept of you in this Three of Wands position, looking out into the horizon, looking ahead at your future, looking ahead at your dreams, your desires, what you want out of life. And because we're getting the Five of Pentacles right after that, I'm picking up on this aspect of you wanting to come out of this scarcity mindset. The Five of Pentacles is all about feeling a loss of hope, feeling like there's no help for you, feeling isolated, and feeling this kind of struggling lack mindset, whether it's emotionally, physically, spiritually. And this may be signaling to a pattern, like a mindset that you had in the past, or it may be pointing to a particular challenge that you recently endured that caused you maybe a lot of physical pain, maybe like a sickness or physical symptoms, or even if it was just emotional, spiritual helplessness. And so as you're looking ahead with the Three of Wands, you are committed to overcoming this Five of Pentacles mindset. The Three of Wands is all about foresight. So being able to prepare yourself for any challenges that may arise so that you don't have to struggle as you may have in the past. And this is because you want success. You want to achieve success in whatever area of life this is for you. If you have struggled with relationships, you are looking ahead at how you can manifest success in your relationships after a period of struggles or challenges. Or if this is some material concept like your finances or your career, you want to change your mindset and look forward at how you can take advantage of the opportunities in the best way you can to lead to your success. You want to overcome the scarcity mindset before it can creep up on you and take control of your mind and your ego. And the Three of Wands talks about expansion. So you want to grow. You want to do things better this time, I'm hearing. You've made some initial efforts, but you are still looking forward at a long path ahead of you to get to the success that you seek. And so this is about having that strategic approach that's going to give you long-term benefits. And there may be some aspect of patience that is required because this is pretty early on as you're waiting for plans to unfold. You may not know exactly the direction you want to take in terms of the logistical, practical steps, but you do know the energy and the feeling of what you want to move towards and what you want to manifest. And you are prepared and ready to move beyond what you've ever experienced in the past, to push out of your comfort zone. And you are truly ready to embrace the growth that is needed for you to, like I said, do things in a more leveled up way this time around. I'm also hearing like the analogy of when you've leveled up in a video game. It's kind of like you know that that's ahead of you and you want to do your best to succeed on this new higher level because you've done so much inner work, you've acquired so many skills in the past levels, and you want to use those to help you dominate this level. So with the Eight of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, I'm really loving the duality of these two cards because the Eight of Wands wants to go fast. It wants to go forward, but we're starting off this reading with the Three of Wands energy and we may not exactly be there yet, but I'm really feeling energetically or like spiritually, you are in this Eight of Wands mindset where you want to go fast. But at the same time, you have this Page of Pentacles energy that wants to do things slowly, methodically, wants to do things the right way, wants to plant the seed, water it, take the time to allow it to grow rather than just plunging forward, full speed ahead. So there's this duality between the Eight of Wands and the Page of Pentacles that I'm feeling you are really becoming the master of balancing when to take action, when to simply nurture the seed and be patient. So let's see what else I can pull here to give us some insights on what is ahead and what guidance we may need as we navigate this new level. We have the Five of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So yeah, I'm feeling like there were some egoic spirals, disappointments, conflicts. And the Ten of Swords, I'm feeling like there was some conflict or challenge that maybe seemed on the surface not so deep, but it represented a deeper pattern that was extremely heavy. And so when you're working with the Five of Swords and Ten of Swords energy, although it may seem like a not so serious conflict or disagreement, it actually hit you on a very deep level because your soul had, I'm hearing, karmic lessons or karmic processing to complete. And so when you're coming out of this Ten of Swords energy is what's keeping you in this Three of Wands, not keeping you like in a limited way, but this is why you are at this Three of Wands stage right now, is because you are still processing the past hurt, the past endings, whether internal or external. But I'm really picking up on the internal ending of a way that you showed up in a situation. Again, with the Five of Pentacles, like you don't want to show up in life in this way anymore. And so the Ten of Swords is coming out, confirming that it's over, that this is not going to be burdening you. This is a backpack that you have taken off and left behind as you continue on your trek up the mountain. Like the Ten of Swords is not going to come with you any further on this new level that you are in. And we also have the Nine of Cups. So yeah, as soon as we are able to release those old conflicts and process what needed to be processed. And so many of my videos talk about emotional processing, heart-aligned, soul-aligned emotions, somatic work, really regulating your nervous system, getting in touch with your inner child. And this has been a very pressing topic, at least that's coming through me for this collective, because I do feel like the collective is learning the basic tools, has been learning the basic tools for inner healing, inner child work, the somatic work at the bodily level where you really understand what you're feeling and you process it so that you can feel safe in your body again without having to rely on external circumstances working out or external validation or, egoic desires to be fulfilled. And so if this is resonating with you, I highly recommend checking out those videos. But when we get the Nine of Cups coming through, this is that emotional satisfaction that's on the other side of the Ten of Swords processing that you're doing. It's on the other side of the Five of Pentacles mindset that you are overcoming and leaving behind. And I'm getting chills channeling into this because the Nine of Cups is your wish card. So when you're standing looking at the horizon in the Three of Wands energetic state, you are on one end processing the past conflicts with the Five of Swords, Ten of Swords, but on the other end, you are keeping in your mind, keeping in your heart, keeping in your soul the strong vision that you have of this Nine of Cups dream state. You know how you want to show up in life. Because of course it's not enough in our manifestation work to know what you don't want. It helps, but you also have to have some kind of idea of what you would want instead. So you know that you don't want to live in scarcity mindset. You know that you don't want to endure the same conflicts and challenges that you endured in the past. And so what does that mean? It means that you want abundance mindset. It means you want aligned connections and relationships in your life, which means that you yourself want to live in an aligned way. You want to have that self-awareness to know what you need in any given moment, to discern how to set your boundaries, to discern, which connections are for you and which aren't, to discern which opportunities you should take, to have that wisdom, to have that emotional and spiritual maturity. That's the embodiment that you are moving towards. And so also with the duality between the Eight of Wands and the Page of Pentacles that we talked about, you know so strongly the version of yourself that you want to show up as, but you also know that that is a seed that is being planted and watered and that is growing. So there's this kind of ebb and flow of the duality of you feeling so strongly towards this dream life. And it's not a dream life in terms of the external things that you achieve, but it's a dream life in terms of from when you wake up to when you go to sleep, you are operating in this energy that is so abundant and so magnetic. And it's not to say you'll never be triggered or, never have more work to do. I mean, the soul's evolution is a infinite journey, but it's to say that you embody this energy as a default. Like I'm hearing automatic, autopilot, like you wake up and you feel abundance. You don't have to remind yourself to feel it. You don't have to remind yourself to release scarcity mindset and let go of those past conflicts. You simply wake up every morning already in that Nine of Cups satisfaction, already having that seed sprouting and growing into beautiful flowers more and more each day. And you know what this feels like. And as you're standing in that Three of Wands position, you are dedicated, you are committed to this journey. And truthfully, on the spiritual, energetic realm, you're already that person. But in the 3D, there are still blockages that every day you are committed to removing. And that's that work with the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Ten of Swords. That's that work that you're doing. But you already know that, achieving, accomplishing this next level, like in the metaphor of this video game level that we're now entering, you already know that you defeating that level, dominating that level, achieving it in the highest, purest light energy, you already know that that is in your destiny and that is in your future. So that's why I say on a soul level, on a spiritual level, you already are that person. You already are the version of yourself that is the Nine of Cups fulfillment. And so it's simply a matter of showing up every day in the earthly realm, in the physical realm, in this 3D world that you live in, showing up, remembering that you are in full coherence, full resonance with your highest version of self, who is that Nine of Cups version. I know this is a very high level spiritual energetic concept here, but I think that if you're listening to this, you are being reminded of your power to remember. And that's the thing, is that there's nothing you need to do to achieve your higher self. It's simply a remembrance of who you are on a deep level. And that remembering must be processed and integrated throughout your whole body, through your mind, through your body, so that you, like I said, can wake up and just automatically default to that version of self. And so that's why I say energetically, you're already on this timeline, but in the physical, you're working out those last kinks, of those blockages that aren't meant to come with you in the physical. And I'm also getting the message to, of course, enjoy the journey, because that is the shortcut, in a way, to getting to that highest version of self. And it's the shortcut because when you enjoy the journey and you're not just waiting, when am I going to be the Nine of Cups version? Because the secret is that you're always going to be moving towards more and more emotional fulfillment. You're always going to be moving towards the Nine of Cups energy. There's always going to be a next level of this video game, right? Like this, like I said, the spiritual journey is never ending. And so when you are in love with the journey and you wake up every day not feeling shameful about the Five of Pentacles in your past, or about the Five of Swords in your past, or not feeling so overwhelmed with the Ten of Swords because you're living in that past negativity, but instead you are remembering that you are on this beautiful journey of healing and this beautiful journey towards love, towards the Nine of Cups. When you remember that each day, you immediately pull yourself into the now moment. And the now moment is that portal that takes you to the highest version of self, that accepts what is exactly how it is, and that is able to feel good, that is able to feel love, and is able to feel gratitude for yourself on this journey in any given moment. And that includes the moments of those, Ten of Swords, anxiety, or Five of Pentacles, scarcity, because you know that it's all part of the journey. And so that's the shortcut to accepting, the shortcut to surrender, the shortcut to this now moment where you can feel in acceptance with what is there in front of you, and that you have a soul knowing that whatever is being placed in front of you is a beautiful gift and opportunity to move you towards more love if you choose to answer the call. So in this Three of Wands moment, as you're beginning this new level of this video game, you have the opportunity to move towards love, to choose to move towards love, and to commit strongly with your soul, with your heart, to moving towards love, always in the best way that you can. And sometimes to do that, we have to feel scarcity. We have to feel anxiety so that we can release it and process it. And like I said, I talk so much about this on my channel. And we also have the Ace of Wands coming through, which I think is such a beautiful place to close the reading because, and I'm getting chills channeling into this, we're starting with that Three of Wands energy and we're ending with this Ace of Wands. And it's a reminder that, yes, like you are getting new opportunities every day, new opportunities to practice emotional processing and healing and somatic work and nervous system regulation and inner child healing and self-soothing, self-parenting of your inner child. New opportunities to exercise your creative passions, to learn new hobbies, to try new things, to spend more time in the flow state so that you can connect to that divine source energy and feel empowered by your ability to create, whether it's art or writing or anything that feeds your soul, that makes you feel fulfilled. New opportunities to experience life, whether it's applying to a new job, having a complete career change, whether it's traveling to a new place, moving to a new place, experiencing a new environment or neighborhood. There are so many opportunities that are there for you. And without worrying about the logistics, again, like that scarcity mindset of, oh, I need more money to do that, or I need more time to do that. Just recognizing opportunities for what they are and surrendering to how they will work out. Because when you look for ways that they will work out, they will work out. So that is the message I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here, for listening. Every like and every subscribe means so much to me. It really warms my heart. It makes me feel so much joy and excitement to see the collective and the community growing. And as always, I would love to hear from you in the comments, your thoughts, anything that resonated, anything you'd like to hear more about. And again, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.